Okay, you can start. Okay, whoever wants to present can start. We will not wait for
I will
everyone to
present now.
join. Yeah.
Am I audible? Hello? Am I audible now?
Yes, yes, you were audible. I put my mic to mute. Yes, Jeevan, you can present. You were audible earlier.
Audible? Hello?
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. Presenting a presentation on the topic human excretory system. What is the process by which organisms expel metabolic waste, other toxic substances from their body? Simply, excretion is the process of elimination of toxic substances and other metabolic waste from our body. And excretion in human urinary system, which constitutes a pair of ureters, urinary bladder, and trap. What is kidney? Kidney is brown bean-shaped structure located at the level of 12 thoracic vertebra, close to the dorsal inner wall of the abdomen. Right kidney often sits slightly lower than the left because of the position of the liver. The liver pushes kidney downward. Each adult human kidney has a length of 12 centimeter, a wide of 5 to 7 centimeter, and weighs around 120 to 170 grams. This is the diagram of human system. Different parts of kidney. Renal capsule. Renal capsule is the outer protective covering layer of the kidney, and renal cortex is the outer region of the kidney containing Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule, which participates in the filtration of blood. Renal medulla. It is the inner region of the kidney containing renal pyramid, renal pelvis. On renal separated, collected and passed to the nephrons. This is the internal structure of kidney. As you can renal cortex. Calyx, renal calyx is a major calyx is the chamber of the kidney through which urine passes, and minor calyx surrounds the apex of the renal pyramid. Ureters system, ureters. So ureter are the tube that transport urine from the kidney to the blood. There are two ureters, one connected to each kidney. The upper half of the ureter in the abdomen, lower half is located in the pelvic area. the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder is a muscular sac in the pelvis, just above and the pubic bone, which can hold 1 liter of urine. Ultimately, it's a bag. Urethra. Urethra is the exterior canal of the blood. It conveys urine from the urinary bladder to the outside of the body. And these are some important terms. Nephrons. Nephrons are the functional and structural unit of the kidney that actually produces urine in the process of removing waste and excess substances from the blood. There are about 1 million nephrons in each human kidney. Micturition. The process of removing or expelling urine from the body is known as micturition. Sphincter muscles. Circular muscles that at the base of the urethra, which controls the flow of urine.
Okay, next.
I'm roll number 3.
Okay, roll number 3. Yeah, I have noted that.
Ma'am, can you see my screen?
Yes. Roll number 36. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Celestia, and some of the topic which I'm going to present is on neural control and coordination. Neural system. The structure and functional unit of neural system are known as neurons. They can detect, receive, and transmit stimuli. Example, Hydra. It is composed of network of neurons. Human neural system. Human neural or nervous system is classified into two types: central nervous system, CNS, and peripheral nervous system, PNS. Central nervous system consists of the brain and spinal cord, whereas peripheral nervous system consists of all the nerves present in the brain and the spinal cord. The PNS has two types of nerve fiber: afferent nerve fiber and efferent nerve fiber. Afferent nerve fiber carry impulses from organ tissues to CNS, whereas efferent nerve fibers transmit nerve impulses from CNS to the target tissue organ. Neurons as structural and functional unit of neural system. The structural and functional unit of nervous system is neuron. It consists of three parts: cell body, dendrites, and axon. Cell body contains cytoplasm that contains granular bodies known as nails, granules. Finger-like projection that arises from cell body are known as dendrites. These dendrites transmit nerve impulses towards the cell body. From the cell body arises a long axon whose distal end is branched. Each axon terminates known as synaptic node, which contains neurotransmitter. The cells of the axon which are covered by myelin sheath are known as Schwann cells. The gap between the two adjacent myelin sheaths are known as nodes of Ranvier. There are three types of neuron. Based on the number of axons and dendrites, they are divided. Number 1, multipolar neurons. Multipolar neurons are those neurons that with one axon and two or more dendrites. For example, found in cerebral cortex. Number 2, bipolar neurons are with one axon and one dendrite. For example, found in retina of eye. Number 3, unipolar neurons are with one axon, no dendrites. For example, found in embryonic stage. Reflex action and reflex arc. The process of responding to a peripheral nervous stimulation occurs involuntarily, requiring the involvement of a part of the CNS known as reflex action. The reflex pathway consists of at least one efferent neuron and one efferent neuron. The efferent neuron receives signals from sensory organs and transmits them to the central nervous system. The efferent neuron transmits signals from CNS to the effector. The stimulus and response from a reflex arc. Sense organ, eye. Eye are situated in the socket of the skull known as orbit. Human eye is spherical in structure. Wall of the eyeball is composed of three layers. The external layer is composed of a dense connective tissue known as sclera. and the anterior portion of it is the cornea. The middle layer choroid consists of several blood vessels and looks bluish in color. Light enters the eye through cornea, the clear front surface of the eye, which acts like a camera lens. The iris works much like the diaphragm of a camera, controlling how much light reaches back of the eye. It does this by automatically adjusting the size of the pupil, which in this scenario functions like a camera's aperture. The eye's crystalline lens sits just behind the pupil and acts like autofocus camera lens, focusing on the close and approaching object. Focused by the cornea and crystalline lens, light makes its way to the retina. The retina converts images to electronic signals and sends them to the optic nerve. The optic nerve transmits these signals to the visual cortex of the brain, which creates a sense of sight. Functions of eye: perception, color, and image. The retina contains millions of tiny sensing nerve cells called rods and cones, which are named of their unique shape. Cones are responsible for perceiving color and detail. Rods are responsible for night vision, peripheral or sight vision, and detecting motion. Rods and cones convert the light from retina into electrical impulses, which are sent by optic nerve to the brain, where an image is produced. Tears. Another function of eye is to produce tears. Tears are important in maintaining healthy eyes. Tears nourish and lubricate the surface of the eye as well as wash away debris. Ear. Hearing and balancing are the two main functions of ears. Ears is divided into three parts: outer ear, middle ear, and inner ear. The outer ear consists of pinna and external auditory meatus. Pinna collects the vibration from the air and produces sound where secreting glands are present in pinna and meatus. The middle ear consists three ossicles: malleus, incus, and stapes. Functions of ears. Hearing. Sound waves travel through the outer ear, are modulated by the middle ear, and are transmitted to the inner ear. This nerve transmits information to the temporal lobe of the brain, where it is registered as sound. Balance. Providing balance when moving or stationary is also a central function of the ear. The ear facilitates two types of balance: static balance, which allows a person to feel the effect of gravity, and dynamic balance, which allows a person to sense acceleration. Thank you.
Okay. Next.
I'll share now, ma'am.
Yeah.
Can you see my screen, ma'am?
Yes. Yes, we can see.
Good morning, ma'am, and my fellow students. My name is Carly Game, and I'm going to give a presentation on excretory system. So, uh, we all obtain our nutrients from different sources, which are later digested and metabolized in our body. After metabolic reactions, the body starts to sort out useful and toxic substances in an individual. These waste material or excretory products must be totally or partially removed from our bodies. As we all know, the accumulation of the toxins may be harmful, and the body removes all the metabolic waste by the process called excretion. And the process of removing or expelling urine from body is called micturition. Now, nitrogenous waste. Ammonia, urea, and uric acids are known as nitrogenous waste. Different organisms follow different modes of excretion. Organisms can be classified into three types: three types based on the type of nitrogenous waste they excrete, and they are number one, ammonotelic organisms. They excrete ammonia. Two, ureotelic organisms. They excrete urea. And three, uricotelic organisms. They excrete uric acid. Now, number one, ammonotelic organisms. These organisms excrete ammonia, which is the most toxic form of nitrogenous waste, and it requires lots of water to eliminate ammonia from our body. All organisms produce ammonia, and the process of excretion of ammonia is called ammonotelism. Examples are many bony fishes, aquatic amphibians, and aquatic insects. Number two, ureotelic organisms. These organisms excrete urea. Terrestrial organisms convert ammonia to urea or uric acid, which is less toxic for conservation of water. In these animals, liver converts ammonia into urea by the or, ornithine cycle and releases it into the bloodstream, which is then filtered by the kidneys and excreted as urine. In some animals, some urea is retained in the kidney to retain osmolarity. The process of excretion of urea is called ureotelism. Examples are mammals, many terrestrial amphibians, and marine fishes. Uricotelic organisms. These organisms excrete uric acid. The excretion of uric acid requires a lot of energy, but it conserves water considerably, as it is excreted in the form of pellets or paste involving very little water. Nucleic acid degrades to form uric acid in these animals. The process of excreting uric acid is known as uricotelism. Examples are reptiles, birds, land snail, and insects. Now, human excretory system. Most of the excretion in human beings are executed by urinary system. The human excretory system includes the following organs. First, a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, a urinary bladder, and a urethra. This is a cross-section and external view of our excretory system. Here, these are kidneys, and these are the ureters. This is urinary bladder, and this is the urethra. Now, kidneys. Uh, Kidneys are reddish brown and bean-shaped structures. They are a pair of excretory organs situated on the posterior abdominal wall above the waist, or precisely between the levels of 12th thoracic and the 3rd lumbar vertebrae, and close to the dorsal inner wall of the abdominal cavity. Right kidney is slightly lower than the left, because the liver occupies considerable space on the right side, superior to the kidney. The weight is 120 to 140 gram in female and 120 to 170 gram in males. Size is 10 to 12 centimeter in length, 5 to 7 centimeter in width, and 2 to 3 centimeter in thickness. This is a kidney. The kidneys are the main excretory organs which help to filter out nitrogenous waste material, excess amount of water, excess salt, and other metabolic waste. Now, different parts of kidneys. Number one is renal capsule. These are outer protective covering of a kidney. A layer of renal fat and renal fascia is above the renal capsule. Here, this white structure is the renal capsule. The renal fat between renal fascia and capsule functions as shock absorbers. Next is renal cortex. These are outer regions of the kidney containing Bowman's capsule. The cortex extends in between the medullary pyramids as renal columns, called columns of Burton. Now, renal medulla. It is in the inner region of the kidney containing renal pyramids. Number 4. Renal pelvis. These are funnel-shaped region where urine is collected and passed to nephrons. And the nephrons, it is the structural and functional unit of kidney. Each kidney is made up of 1 million nephrons. It helps to filter out excess water, urea, uric acid, creatinine, excess amount of sodium chloride, potassium, and some calcium from the blood. Filtered blood is carried away from the kidneys by renal vein. Now, after kidney, next organ is ureter. A pair of thin muscular tubes called ureter comes out of each kidney, extending from renal pelvis. It carries urine from the kidney to the urinary bladder. In this image, these are the ureters. Now, third organ is urinary bladder. It is a muscular bag or sac-like structure that can stretch and hold about 1 liter of urine. This is the cross-section view of the bladder. Now, the fourth organ is urethra. It is a tube-like structure which arises from the urinary bladder and has to expel urine out of the body. In males, it acts as the common route for sperms and urine. Its opening is guarded by sphincter muscles. Sphincter muscles are ring-like muscles at the base of the urethra. Here, this is the urethra. Thank you.
Okay. Good. The next.
Ma'am, I'll say.
Yeah. No need of giving roll numbers in the chat box. The CR can give it to me. Kindly share your screen if you want to give, because we have limited time, no?
Ma'am, I'm having problem. Ma'am, is it visible now?
Yes, it is visible, but your presentation is not visible. Your presentation is not. Your presentation is not visible. Your presentation is not. Your screen is being shared, but then your screen is being shared, but then
Is it visible now?
yes.
Good morning, everyone. So today I'm going to do a presentation on excretory system. Excretory system organs. The human excretory system organs include a pair of kidney, a pair of ureters, a pair of bladder, a urethra. Kidney. Kidney are bean-shaped structure located on either side of the backbone and are protected by the ribs and muscle of the back. Each human adult kidney has a length of 10 to 12 centimeter, a weight of 5 to 7 centimeter, and weighs around 120 to 170 grams. The kidney have an inner concave structure. The blood vessels, ureters, and nerves enter the kidney through the hilum, which is announced at the inner concave structure of the kidney. The renal pelvis, a large funnel-shaped space, is present inner to the hilum. It has many projections known as pelvises. Structure of kidney. Capsule. The outer layer is called the capsule. Inside the kidney, there are two zones. The outer zone is cortex and the inner zone is the medulla. The cortex extends in between the medullary pyramid as renal column of Barthé. Nephron. The functional unit of the kidney. Each nephron has two parts that are glomerulus and renal tube. The renal tube starts with a cup-like structure called Bowman capsule, and this encloses the glomerulus. Ureter. A pair of thin muscular tubes called the ureter come out of its kidney extending from the renal pelvis. It carries urine from the kidney to the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder. It is a muscular sac-like structure which stores urine. The urinary bladder is emptied by the process of micturition, for example, the act of urination. Urethra. The, the tube arises from the urinary bladder and helps to expel urine out of the body. In male, it acts as the common road for sperm and urine. Its opening is caused by sphincter muscle. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Next. Is there anyone else?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Share your screen then.
Can you see my ma'am? Can you see my screen, ma'am?
No. No. You have to click on share.
Okay, ma'am.
Hmm.
Now can you see my screen, ma'am?
Yeah.
Good morning, ma'am and friend. My name is Osin Devarma. Now I prepared in introduction to movement and locomotion.
Just wait. Your content is not loading. It shows like you're starting to share content, but it is not coming yet. Yes. Yes. Now you can start. Asim, you can start now.
Okay, ma'am. Introduction to movement and locomotion. Movement is one of the things that differentiates a living thing from a non-living thing. When we speak about locomotion and movement, we often use one for the others, but it is important to understand the difference between the two in relation to living things. Locomotion and movement. Movement is when the living organism moves a body part or part to bring without a change in the position of the organism. Locomotion is when the movement of a part of the body leads to change in the position and location of the organism. Both of these are brought about by the joint effort of the skeletal and muscular system. Movement is seen in both vertebrates and invertebrates. Browse more topic under locomotion and movement. Muscular skeletal system. Joint discovery muscular and skeletal system. Type of movement. When we talk about locomotion and movement, there are three types of movement. Amoebiot movement is brought about by pseudophagia, which are appendants which moves with movement of protoplasm within a cell. Serial movement is brought about by appendage cell as cilia, which hair-like extension of the epithelium. Both these kind of movement are seen with cells of the lymph, lymph, lymphatic system. Muscular movement is a more complex movement which is brought about by the muscular skeletal system. This type of movement is seen in the higher vertebrates or vertebrates. To understand more about the movement brought about by the musculoskeletal system, we need to understand the type of muscles and joints. Type of muscles found in higher vertebrates are of three types: striated of skeletal muscles, unstriated or smooth muscles, cardiac muscles. Striated or skeletal muscles. These muscles are voluntary in nature, which means they are movement in under the control of our will. They are mainly responsible for bringing being about the movement of posture and location of the organism. They are called striated muscles due to the presence of striation present on them when seen under the microscope. Unstriated or smooth muscles. These muscles are involuntary in nature, which means their movement is not under the control of our will. Then seen under the microscope, they have restrictions on them. These muscles are found in the digestive tract and reproductive system. Cardiac muscles. These muscles are specialized muscles that are found only in the heart. They are involuntary muscles which have striation on them. They have the property to contract and relax in like rhythmic manner. Skeletal system is made up to bones and cartilage. There are a total of 206 bones in the body. They are divided into the axial skeleton and the appendicular skeleton. The axial skeleton consists of bones that are found toward the center of the body, including the skull, the vertebrae, and the sternum. The appendicular skeleton consists of bones that are found in the extremities. Thank you, ma'am.
Next. One more. We have time for one more, I think, because it will end in 50
Ma'am,
minutes. Yes.
hello, ma'am.
Yes.
019, I was given already, ma'am.
When did you give Balo 019? Last semester. Last semester.
Yes, no. In personal, I give it to you, assignment.
Assignment. What assignment? This is presentation. What assignment you're talking
I'm-
of? I did not take assignment for
I
anyone.
don't know what. No, I was given
नहीं तुमने
presentation
किसी के
about.
लिए प्रेजेंटेशन नहीं दिया और पर्सनली मुझे मैसेज करने से नहीं होगा और तुमने मैसेज भी नहीं किया वैसे ठीक है you did not message me anything you did not message me anything and secondly मैसेज करने से नहीं होगा it's not like you have to message me you have to present it here okay you have not
Okay,
messaged
ma'am.
me you have not messaged me I did not get any message from you
Ma'am, I did not know anything about presentation.
but I did not get any message from you okay any about the present that assignment I got but that assignment was different this is different you prepare your presentation
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. I did not know, no? Okay.
okay Sangi you can give and this will be the last because we have like few minutes because at when 50 minutes this will end automatically I don't think your network is good Sangi I don't think your network is good
Hello, ma'am.
yeah yes
Good morning, ma'am, and to everyone. My name is Suchia.
What is your roll number, Sangi?
Today I'm going to present about
Roll number
48,
is
ma'am.
48. 48,
Yeah,
right?
ma'am.
Okay, okay. You can start.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Human neural system. The human system is divided into two parts.
Your voice is not audible, Sangi.
The forebrain consists.
And your presentation is also not. I think you're having some network issues, right? Your network is not good.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Can I will give?
Yes, yes. Just make sure your network is good. Okay, otherwise your voice is just breaking.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, yes.
Ma'am,
Yes.
can I start, ma'am?
Yes, we have just 5 minutes. Okay, it will end automatically. Just give it. I think your network is not good.
The forebrain consists of cerebrum, thalamus, and hypothalamus. The hindbrain consists of the bone, cerebrum, and medulla. The peripheral. The peripheral comprise of all the nerve of the body associated with the CNS, brain, and spinal cord. Nerve fiber of the PNS are of the two types, afferent fiber and efferent fiber. The afferent nerve fiber transmit impulse from tissue organ to the CNS, and the efferent fiber transmit regular impulse from the CNS to the concert peripheral tissue organ. Neural as a structural and functional unit of neural system. A neuron is a microscopic structure composed of three major parts, namely the cell body, dendrite, and axon. Cell body. It contains cytoplasm and certain granular bodies called meso granule. And dendrite are a short fiber which branch repeatedly and transmit impulse toward the cell body. Axon. The axon is a long fiber that transmits nerve impulse away from the cell body to a synapse or to a neuron muscular junction. Neurons are divided into three types: polar, one axon, and or more dendrites found in the cerebral cortex. Bipolar, which means one axon and one dendrite found in the retina of the eyes, and the unipolar cell body with one axon only found usually in the embryonic stage. There are two types of axon, namely myelinated and non-myelinated. The myelinated nerve fibers are enveloped with a Schwann cell, which form a myelin sheath around the axon, and non-myelinated are a nerve fiber that do not have a myelin sheath, and the gap between two adjacent myelin sheaths are called node of Ranvier. Reflect action. A sudden withdrawal of a body part is experienced when it comes in contact with objects that are extremely hot or cool, pointed on, or animals that are scary or poisonous. The entire process of response to a peripheral neural stimulation that occur involuntarily without conscious effort or though and required the involvement of a part of the central nervous system is called a reflection. Reflex arc. The nerve pathway involved in a reflex action, including, at its simplest, a sensory nerve and a motor nerve with a synapse in between is called reflex arc. Sense organ, eyes and ears. Eyes are located in a socket of the skull called orbit. It is nearly spherical structure, and the wall of the eyes ball is composed of 3 layers. External layer called sclera, and the entire portion called cornea, and the middle layer choroid contain many blood vessels and look bluish in color. Cornea. It controls and focuses the entry of light into the eyes. It acts like a camera lens. Iris, the color part of the eyes which help regulate the amount of the light entering the eyes. When there is a bright light, the iris closes the pupils to let it less light. And when there is a low light, the iris open up pupils to let it more light. Crystalline lens. The eyes crystalline lens act like autofocus camera lens, focusing on a close and approaching object. Retina. It is a thin layer of tissue. The purpose of the retina is to receive a light that the lens has focused, convert the light into a neural signal, and send this signal onto the brain for the visual recognition. Optic nerve. It transmits signal to the visual cortex of the brain, which create or sense or of sight. Perception, color, and